Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Moving the things that are making shadows. Making sure everything is good here tonight. Hello, everyone. Say hello when you get signed in here. Just adjust that camera. Yeah, something's a little wonky. I come back this way, and I apologize if it looks a little crooked, but we will be good to go. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. What have I got here? We are ready to rock on this Wednesday evening. Hello. You guys are in for a little bit of a treat tonight. I actually don't have a whole lot of new stuff to show you. I do have some, and I think you'll be very excited about it. But since I don't have a lot to show, I thought that I might do a little demo tonight. Who would be up for a demo at the end of what's new? Give me a thumbs up. Give me some hearts if that idea sounds good to you. Oh, I did see one little heart float by. Hello, everyone. Good evening. It is Wednesday. It is still lovely out. Great night for a walk. But in the meantime, I am here to share with you some new stuff. As I mentioned, it was a little bit quiet this week in terms of new stuff coming in. We have had lots and lots of shipments over the last month or so. You know that the store is absolutely loaded with holiday, Halloween, Christmas, winter. I see some people are saying it's raining. Oh, so maybe it's not a good night for a walk for you, but it is perfect for crafting. So without further ado, let us jump right into our brand new stuff. So give me a thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Put something in the comments if you love Vicki Boutin, our good old Canadian girl who designs for American crafts. We do have her brand new holiday line. I believe it's called Evergreen and Holly. That's all in the store. But hot off the presses is her newest line, and that is called Print Shop. So what I'm going to show you are the 12 by 12 printed single sheets. With this line, we did not get everything in there, so some stuff is still in transit, but we decided that we were going to streamline a little bit what we bring in. So we have brought in the single sheets of 12 by 12 paper, but we did not bring in the 12 by 12 pads. Felt that there was a little bit of duplication there, so if you want single sheets, we can load you up. We did bring in, I think we did, yeah, I see it in there, and I'll show you in a minute. We did bring in the 6x8 pad. We've got lots of the accessories. We brought in the album binder that she has to go along with this line, and things like thickers. I believe there's some other stickers and embellishments. They're still on their way. We are expecting a shipment at the end of this week and then again early next week. So there is more coming. So don't worry. Just keep checking that new arrival section when to see when it comes in. So let's just quickly flip through some of these papers. Very Vicki. Little ink splatters, just some great pages that you could use as your base pages or cut them into various ways. That one's really fun. Lots of bright yellow colors. Great stripes, lots of dots and polka dots. And if you are a Vicki fan, then I am sure you have already seen her talk about this line. I believe she mentioned it or showed it on one of her Friday night lives. But lots of really great, versatile, I would call them staples for your collection because they are not seasonal. They are not tied to any calendar date or occasion, with the exception of this one. It is the weekend. Woo-hoo! Making plans. But luckily, there's a weekend every week. Oh, look at that beautiful blue. That's so pretty. It's so pretty. So this looks like it's all about documenting and capturing memories. And you could use these for cards as well. And I could see myself cutting this out for a nice slimline. Back to school, some great pencils. This is a really fun pattern. And I could totally see myself fussy cutting out some of these triangles or even the hexagon shape to make my own page pieces or embellishments. This one's kind of fun that is one page. Interesting little pattern there. Great little scallop on the back. Look at that cute little butterfly. Kind of a different take on butterflies. Vicki always has a nice big splashy floral. Love that purple. Darlene, are you there? Ellen, are you there? That purple is just calling your name. This is really fun. And what I would see myself doing with this is taking either pencil crayons or a very, I'm going to call it dry watercolor and coloring in some of those flowers. That's a pretty blue again. Same with these ones. You could highlight certain areas by adding some color to that. Or just use it as a nice monochromatic background and bring in your color with your photo mats or just some accent pieces. So that's really fun. So those of you who are just tuning in, hello, hello. This is the Vicki Boutin print shop. Look at those fun hearts. Not your traditional kind of heart. That's lots of fun. Some really great patterns in this one. I love this mosaic tiled circle. Green, wood grain, who'da thunk. Great for a masculine card. Some really great patterns here in yellow. Vicki has really knocked it out of the park. Little scissors. We have to get asked about first haircut and that kind of thing. That would be fun for that. Or, you know, my son is in the Air Cadets and he has to go for haircuts fairly regularly. Not that he likes it, but that would be fun for documenting something like that. Those are pretty blue flowers. Great little pattern. Nice collage pieces. That's a beautiful red floral. And just that ledger paper with eyeglasses that say hello. Hello, everyone. So as I said, this is the Vicki Boutin print shop. Those are all well, I don't even know if it's all. I didn't count. There should be 24. I believe we've received them all. There might be one or two that are outstanding, but you can get those in the shop. And then we've got lots of extras. Lots of extras. Let me just pull them out here. And, oh, that's really in shadow there. There we go. Move it up. Whoops. There's that 6x8 pad. Doo-doo-doo. Another stamp set. And, oh, can't forget the washi tape. All right, so washi tape, lots of great sizes. There's those little scissors again. Really fun collection. Vicki always has these, I think it's 8 rolls, 3, 6, 8 rolls. So lots of great options for your washi tape. I did tell you about that 6x8 pad with all the things, and they are scaled down, so they're not quite as big as on the 12x12. Perfect for your journals, perfect for your card making. 2 stamp sets. This one is called Art for Everyone. Oh no, that's the head. Sorry, that's not the name of it. Oh, this one is called Love This. Finally found the title right here. We've had a lot of requests for this one already, so it's quite popular. Again, great if you're doing calendars for the new year, all of that fun stuff. And this one is called Happy Day with some pretty florals. Will be really fun to color in. And the sticker book So things like the ephemera, the die cuts, that kind of thing, those are still on their way along with the thickers. Here we've got chipboard shapes. So some great accent pieces, and they look like they're all in that kind of chalkboard black and white, which is fun because you can add your own color with your enamel dots or your Nuvo drops or your Copic markers, and some great shapes there. And then this is something fun and new from her. It's called the Papery Pack, and it is kind of a mixed up set of embellishments. So there are paper pieces, which looks like all kinds of journaling cards, little labels and titles. And then there is also some stickers as well. And I think, no, it's sealed up, so I'm not going to be able to open that up. But lots of options for your embellishments. So that is a great start to the Vicki Boutin print shop that's coming in the shop. And one last piece, let me get rid of this, is she has a amazing binder album. So this comes with 12 page protectors and 8 double-sided pages. So there's different configurations of your divided pages, and then some really fun pages that you can then embellish on top of, as well as add to. And I think the best part, and I know her Christmas album is the same way, and I've heard lots of feedback from people. Look how big that is. That is easily a 3-inch binder. So you don't even need to worry about running out of space unless you've got really thick embellishments. This is a nice, big, hefty album that can hold lots and lots of memories and all kinds of good stuff. And it's a really good, I'm going to call it neutral cover, masculine, feminine. You can decorate it up to take it in one direction or the other, but a great little album to go with that line. So good job, Vicki Boo. All right, next up, I'm going to show you, we are starting to get in Dribbles and Drabbles, elements from the Pink Fresh holiday line. So the first piece that we have in here, and again, there are more on their way. I have ordered several pieces from this release, but this is the first one that arrived because I ordered this from my distributor this time instead of direct from Pink Fresh. So it's coming in little bits, but that's okay. This one is called Ornaments. So we do have the stamp set, and it's got all of these beautiful ornaments, and it is a one-piece construction. So all of these are on one stamp. So you just have to stamp it once, and then the die will fussy cut it out. Hi there, Ellen. I see you're tuning in late. There is no Halloween tonight, so no, you didn't miss it. We're just doing some simple, we've got a small selection of new stuff to show tonight, and then I'm going to do a demo. So tuning in late, I'll forgive you. Hang on with me to the end though, because I'm going to show you some fun stuff in a demo. So all of these great stamps, some great sentiments. Some of these sentiments even have coordinating dies, and then there is the coordinating stencil as well. They are absolutely gorgeous. This is a 3-layer stencil. Shamia is asking, will it have a hot foil? It will have a hot foil. It just hasn't arrived yet. So definitely there will be a hot foil that comes along with this. If you would like to be added to the notification list for any of the Pink Fresh that's coming in, then simply drop me an email, customerservice@craftersworkshop.ca. We'll add you to the list. I'll make sure I have enough quantities, and I know some people have already been requesting a number of items, so I need to make sure that we've ordered enough. One last thing from Pink Fresh. This is super cute. It's a teeny tiny thank you hot foil plate called Sentiment Suite Thank You. So if you need just a simple thank you, maybe you're making up thank you notes for holiday gifts already, then that is that for you. So that is Pink Fresh. I'm just trying to make room here, and then I will show you. So while I'm digging everything out, I did not grab, hang on. Here it is, here it is. Don't forget, this weekend is our D-Stash sale. Up at the Ballantrae Community Center. It's about 10 minutes north of our store. We are going to have this amazing community D-Stash sale. There are approximately 30 of our customers who have secured a table, and they're going to be sharing, selling off at great bargains some of their gently used crafting supplies. So if you're looking for something that might be a little bit older, then come and check us out. It's going to be on Saturday from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Ballantrae Community Center. And since we know you're coming out and we want to make this as valuable and as productive a trip as possible, we also have our outlet open. The outlet's going to be open from 10 until 4. And it's right next door to the store, so you can come and do all your crafty shopping all at once. Yep, Ellen will be there, and some of the other ladies that are tuning in will be there. I know Darlene's going to be there, and you're sure to find some really great bargains at this D-Stash sale. All right, next up is from 49 and Market. So 49 and Market has been coming out with some what I will call essentials or basics items. She did come out with 12 colors. But since these are new and we wanted to see what they were like and we wanted you guys to see what they are like, we've only started with 4 colors. Give us your feedback if you want any other colors beyond the 4 that I've got here. Just let me know and I'm happy to order them in. But these little Ticket Essentials packs are amazing. So they're kind of like washi tape, but not tape. They are cute little rolls of tickets. There's 3 different sizes. So there's the teeny tiny, there's the medium, and then there's the jumbo. And they come in these great staple colors. So eventually you are going to want to collect them all, and they coordinate beautifully with lots and lots of the different 49 and Market paper, as well as some of the other lines. A couple of these we matched up to some Simple Stories papers and everything else. Is that purple? This one is called Mariner. So this is more of a navy blue. We tried to stick to a little bit more, sorry Ellen, Christmas colors, just because of the time of the season. This is more of a blue, but it does have a purple cast to it. 49 and Market is also coming out with some film strips that are all in all these same colors. So we have ordered the same 4 colors in those film strips. They're just not here yet. So hold tight and those will be coming in soon. All right, that's 49 and Market. What else have I got? Okay. Those of you who have been following Darlene for a while, you know that she is the queen of flips and flaps, and she absolutely loves her mini albums. She loves mini albums or planners. The Elizabeth Craft line is very near and dear to her heart. And if you didn't know already, she hosts a quarterly series of classes to build mini albums out of the Elizabeth Craft system of dies and planners. Planners is a very misleading term. They really are mini albums. Unfortunately, I don't have one here. But if you would like to get in on one of Darlene's classes, the 4th quarter kit has just been announced. Her regular crew have been given an opportunity to order these kits, and we have a few left. So if you are interested in learning about Elizabeth Crafts, learning about mini albums, learning about flips and flaps and all those things, then you want to sign up for our mini album Big Fun Club. What happens in this club is that you get your kit, and this is going to last you for the entire quarter. So there'll be 3 classes. It's generally on, and Darlene, if you're on here, correct me if I'm wrong, or Carol, maybe you can correct me. It's the second Friday of every month. It is on Zoom. If you cannot attend live, you will get the replay. There is also a Facebook group for the club so that you can share ideas, share homework, get challenges. And it has become a really amazing little community of crafters. And yes, Ellen, sorry, it is Christmas. But what Darlene has said, this paper, it is the 49 and Market holiday line. You could very easily spin it winter. Unfortunately, Halloween just wouldn't have lasted long enough. And if you are really intrigued by those tickets, look, you get some in that kit as well. So you just have to go to the website and search Mini Album Big Fun and make sure you're signing up for Q4. We will definitely take a purple theme as a suggestion, Ellen, and see what we can do about that. Okay, I've got one more brand new thing to show you, and then it will be demo time. The new thing literally walked in the door. Matt set it up and put it on my desk for tonight. It has literally just arrived here in the store, and I think many of you will love this product. So when you're using your ink pads, and you know, we have had the ink stands for helping you with your blending and keeping your inks from sliding around and doing all that kind of thing. Well, we have brand new ink tools from Waffle Flower. These are much more of a silicone, not much more, they are a silicone base that will sit on your table. I'm going to crack one open in a second, but it just sits on your table so that you can blend without, and you know what, I'll even use it in my demo tonight, so I'll show you how these work. It just keeps your inks from sliding around. This one is for the rectangular type pad. There is this guy here, which is square for the Tim Holtz Distress and Distress Oxide. And then there are two for the mini inks. There is a single row of mini inks, and I don't know if you can see it well through the packaging, but 1, 2, 3, 4 little wells. Or if you love to blend with your mini inks, here is a double. And they've got nice little panels on the end, so they're nice and weighted. As well, the silicone will hang on to your surface. Now, I'm going to give you the caveats, because these guys actually came with a warning letter. So be warned, be aware that if you get ink on these, depending on the color, you might get a little bit of staining. And that's one of the downsides of white. I know I love my white cardigan, but I always seem to drip something on it. So if you get a little bit of ink on here and a little bit of staining, don't stress. This one should be obvious, but avoid, where I'm going to read it, avoid direct contact with tools with sharp edges. So don't put your X-Acto knife on here. Don't poke it, don't prod it, don't cut it with your scissors. Seems pretty obvious, but it's like the contents of this coffee cup are hot, then you know, it's pretty obvious, but they need to say it just to cover their butts. Oil-based products can chemically damage the mat, causing unwanted swelling. So again, try and use it just for your inks. And here's the important one. Do not leave the mat on glass surfaces for extended periods of time. So if you are using your Tim Holtz glass mat, or maybe you have a glass surface for your desk, just always pack it up and put it away in this cute little zipper pouch that it comes with. So these are brand new, literally right out of the box onto my desk. We will have samples in the store if you want to come in and touch and feel and see what they're all about. And I'm actually going to crack open this guy here, because I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending to start with tonight. So we'll see how this works. How does the plastic come off? Here we go. So, since we have a little bit more time tonight, and because I missed my Learning Live a little bit earlier in the month, I am going to do a little bit of a demo. not a little bit of a demo, an awesome demo with these brand new, and yeah, they're kind of sticky on the back, and you can see that they're not going to move at all. So I'm going to brand even right here on my paper surface, not going to move. So what I'm going to demo is I'm going to use the TCW Mixed Media Slimline boards. You get 3 in a pack. I'm going to just start with one. I am going to play with and show you some stencil butters. And you guys know green is my favorite, so that's why I've grabbed the green, but I also have the champagne gold and I have crimson. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to create something using the TCW 8.5 by 11 layered slimline stencil. So I'm going to use this one here with the Merry Christmas and the Snowflakes. I actually also want to play with this one, but we might not get to that tonight. If I start playing with it and I come up with something cool, I will post it. And other ones that you can consider. If you love the truck, here's the truck. It's a gorgeous tall Christmas tree. And then there are more words to go with this one. That's how they got the Let It Snow. Ellen is asking, is it thick paper or is it wood? It is an MDF of sorts. Does it say on the package what it is? It does not say. It just says it's a mixed media board. I would say it's not paper, or if it is paper, it's a very strong composite paper. I don't even know if it's going to focus on it here on the camera, but it's pretty sturdy. So the idea being, you could take this, you could just punch holes with it, string a ribbon, and it could be a really pretty little wall hanging. So I've unboxed that mat. I'm going to roll my chair over, and I am going to start with just some basic ink blending on here. I am sitting down now, so I may not be able to see your comments. I will try, but I am short and my camera's up high. So let's dig these out. If I miss any of your questions, I will definitely come back afterwards and answer them for you. All right, so the nice thing about these layers is that they're all on one piece. I'm going to stand up just so I can see if they come through. So holding it in the right light, there is an etched line that goes all the way around so that when you have your work surface down, whether it's for a slimline card or this slimline panel, I can line up my corners and make sure everything is going in the same spot. And then I'm going to slide it along, do the next one, slide it along and do the next one. I love these stencils because they are so big that even if you are a scrapbooker, excuse me, sorry about that. Even if you are a scrapbooker, you could absolutely do this across the bottom, up the side, across the top of your layouts as well. So this is a fun little one that has 2 different layers of snowflakes, and you can use it for ink, you can use it for paste, and tonight I'm going to do a combination. So I'm going to do my snowflakes in ink, and then I'm going to do my Merry Christmas in one of the stencil butters, and that's primarily because of drying time. If you're doing pastes on all of these layers, then you definitely want to allow time in between to dry. So let me start with the snowflakes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab some tape and I'm going to tape this down so it doesn't slide. I almost wish I had one of these. Oh, maybe I do. Hang on. I do. I don't know if it's going to be big enough, but I have my Waffle Flower stencil mat. So why not use that while we're at it? Okay. So I don't need tape. Make sure I'm here on camera. I'm going to tuck this down. Little bit of fluffy here. It's so fluffy. All right, I think you guys can see me okay. And I'm going to use 2 shades of green, just because I love green, like Darlene loves purple. And I'm gonna grab I've just got my little tiny blending brush. So I'm gonna start with this, you know what, let's start at the bottom and work our way up. So I'm gonna take my etched edge, try and hold it there in the camera so you can see, and I'm gonna line that up with the corners of my board. Just like that. And let's make some room here. Okay. Now I'm not going to tape it down, and my board is a tiny bit bigger than that etched line on the stencil. You could use pixie spray on the back to hold it in place. I'm just going to be super careful and try to make sure that it does not move. Let's start with the light color. This is Key Lime from Pink Fresh, and I'm just going to gently hold it. But see how this is easy? I don't have to, I can hold this with my left hand because my inks aren't moving. Just tap off the little bit of excess, and I'm just going to gently go in here, fill these guys in, being very careful, though it is off the paper, so I don't have to worry as much, but I don't want to get those other pieces because they're going to be a different color. And here we go, fast and easy. Come over here, do the twist. Here we go. And see, I'm not using a whole lot of ink. I'm just blending in the little spots. I love the little brushes, the mini brushes for stenciling, because I feel like I have more control. I can, oh, it looks like I slid just a little bit. There we go. I can get in all the little nooks and crannies really easy. Come on. There we go. So there is layer number 1. Now before I lift it up, I'm just gonna grab my microfiber cloth. Oh, and it slid, so I'm gonna move it over here. But look at that, look how pretty that is. And I'm just gonna wipe the ink off with my cloth. If you are cleaning your stencils in between, don't use water, because the water is going to be really hard to dry, and then it could affect your blending on the next layer. I have a spray bottle with just some rubbing alcohol. Because it dries faster. And I haven't used it in a while, you can tell. It dries faster, so that way it's going to just evaporate and make sure that your stencil is nice and clean. There we go. All right, so that's layer number 1. Let's bring this back a little closer to me. Make sure we're still in camera, close up. Nope, the lid's all the way over here. And now I'm gonna go into my evergreen. Now with my blending brushes, I'm just gonna keep using the same mini brush and just kind of clean it off to the side. Or on my microfiber cloth. Again, it's a lot easier to go from light to dark than the other way around, which is one of the reasons why I started with that light. All right, so now I'm just gonna line those edges up again, and I am ready for layer number 2. That looks like it still has, I must have sprayed up too high. There we go, now I'm dry. All right, so let's just layer this in here and go to my evergreen. There we go, that's gonna be pretty. All right, so I'm gonna start over here this time. And again, I apologize, while I'm down here below my camera, I cannot see comments, but I will get you on the flip side. Let's get some good coverage in here. This little guy here. Just working my way around the stencil, getting all those areas. Oh, my finger's stuck. There we go. Oh. So I like that this is all in one piece. I don't have to worry about, oh, what happened to layer number 2? Everything's right here. And now I can wipe, take it off. And look at that. Look at how pretty that is. I love that tone on tone. So that's just with your ink. So these stencils are fabulous with ink, easy wipe clean. Let's close that up. Let's spray this down. There we go. So now my stencil is clean and I can go on to the last layer. And for this, you know what? I'm gonna now switch and I'm gonna do red. I'm gonna do this crimson color for my Merry Christmas. Slide a little bit closer. And I'm just gonna snug it into that corner so that it doesn't move too much. Don't be afraid to get your white stuff dirty. Okay, so Merry Christmas. And you see how that, and so if again, I'm just lining up those outside edges, but I can also eyeball it. And that's why I liked working from the snowflakes up, so I know what my space is. If you didn't like Merry Christmas, again, there's this add-on stencil that has all the different words that will all fit nicely into that space. And I'm just gonna open this guy up. Look how smooth and luscious that is. This one is crimson. We also have a barn red, which is a little bit deeper of a red, but I can just, let's hold it carefully and just smoosh it through the openings. Smoosh is a very technical term. As always, I love my technical terms. I almost need a silicone mat for my jars. And I'm just literally just kind of smooshing it through, scraping it down. It's almost like icing a cake. Get those last little spots. Come on, that one little spot's being stubborn there. Okay, and then smooth it out because that texture will hold. Now, to clean this off, ideally, had I been planning ahead, I would have a little aluminum tray, just one of those baking trays that you can get from the dollar store, off to the side, and I would just dump it in with a little bit of water. Since I didn't, I'm just gonna have to make sure I clean this really well as soon as this live is over. You don't want your stencil butter to sit too long on your stencil, or it could cake on there. But this is also where I will take my scrubby soap. Actually, Matt, if you can grab me a scrubby soap from the bathroom there. Just dry is fine. I use the scrubby soap, you know, to get anything off my hands, but I also use it really well for my stencils. So this is a well-loved scrubby soap. We have it in orange, lemon, and lemon lime. It is a all-natural soap that has this little scrubby built right into it. Matt's grabbing me a brand new one as well. I just use it with a little bit of water and clean my stencil down. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like without being well loved, but it lasts a good long time too, and it smells like grove of oranges from Florida. So definitely this helps me keep my stencils clean without doing any damage. It's nice and gentle on your stencils. All right, voila! So that is just doing the straight paste. But if you were doing these all in paste, like I said, you do need to let it dry in between. But I'm gonna give you an extra little tip here. I'm just trying to find some place to put that down. All right, so baby wipes. Just because I want to clean my palette knife off as well. Ellen said she thought the sponge was only on one side. Well, that's what it looks like in the packaging, but as you use that soap, the sponge is actually embedded all the way through. So as you use it, you get more and more scrubby surfaces. Now it's also, we have a lot of ladies who buy these for their husbands who are mechanics or woodworkers, to get all that guck off their hands. It is a great Christmas stocking idea. Gardeners, all those kinds of, it is so, and it just smells absolutely divine. All right, so I'm going to clean that off. So that is that very plain and simple, but there is more. TCW has a phrase that we have learned in our classes, and it's called bubbling your butter. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Bubble your butter. So right now, let me bring this up a little bit closer to the camera. That is smooth and silky and shiny paste. And you could absolutely leave it like that. And because it is a paste and it was run through that stencil, it does have a little bit of dimensionality to it as well. I don't know if it's translating well on the camera, but so super easy. As you saw, I did that in literally minutes. But now I'm going to add a technique. So I've grabbed my heat gun and I'm going to bubble my butter. So please forgive the noise. It's going to get a little bit loud for a second, but this is where the magic happens. I'm going to try and hold it up to the camera without burning myself. There we go. And see how that's all starting to bubble there? It gives it a really cool embossed look. All right, so you can keep going a little bit longer, but see how those bubbles all come popping up. The one thing you do have to be careful is at this point, you absolutely need to set it aside just to let it cool down and settle. If you go and touch those bubbles now, they will deflate. But it just gives that little bit of extra texture, that little bit of something special, and that really depends on the look that you are going for. So much fun. Now, once that is dry, I could go back in with that stencil, line up the circles, and just add maybe a gold accent to it. Let me see. It's not transferring, so let's try that. All right, so I'm going to come back. Where's my stencil mat? And let's go back here. So even though I've got it covered in ink, I'm not gonna stress too much about that. I can very strategically use my palette knife here. So this is the Champagne Gold. And I've just got a little teeny tiny bit. And so now I'm just gonna try and hit those dots. Try not to get, and you can mask these if you want. You can protect it with like a Post-it note. Are there any down here? Yeah. I could have done the stars as well, or instead, just kind of scoop off the excess so that it can go back in my pot. Oh, so it looks like my red wasn't totally dry, but you get the idea. So now we're just adding a little bit of extra color to that. So there you go, folks. That is your bonus demo for this evening. Great way to create some, special little gifts. They don't, I mean, maybe you're just, maybe it's just a hostess gift. If you feel like it needs a little bit of decorating, what I might do is attach some ribbon, like a little ribbon frame around the sides, hang it so that it can be hung in your living room or somewhere special, or you could make a little easel back for it so that it sits on your mantle, and lots of great fun. So there you have it, folks. That is our Wednesday for this week. We will be back again next Wednesday, and next Tuesday is our last Learning Live for September, and then we've got something really special planned for you in October. So lots of fun stuff to come. Don't forget about our D-Stash sale this weekend, and as always, take advantage of rainy weather, hot weather, well, really any weather, and get some crafting done. Have a great week, everyone.